Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Joanna Peña-Bickley, and I'm welcoming you to 5 Things for the week of August the 14th.
We start this week with Thing 1, a really great read from a brilliant thinker, economist, and narrative genius, Jeremy Rifkin. His book, The Empathic Civilization, The Race to Global Consciousness in a World in Crisis, offers us an important look at the evolution of empathy. As designers, we know that empathy is actually one of our superpowers. So this read really delivers on empathy in profound ways that have shaped human history and development of our societies. So when we start to think and truly believe that if you're a designer, you're a problem solver, and in a world in crisis, these problems can be really solved by redefining relationships, one of the things that many of the parts of the text does is gives us a better understanding of how we will redesign the relationship and really shift that relationship with Spaceship Earth. You can get it in hardback on Amazon or just get it on your Kindle. Thing 2, Redesigning Air Force One. In 1962, legendary graphic designer Raymond Loewy offered to give Air Force One an entirely new look. Of all the sketches Loewy proposed, President Kennedy actually chose one with red and gold coloring and asked it to be rendered in blue, his and First Lady Jackie Kennedy's favorite color. President Kennedy's choice has been America's emblem ever since. So I think it'll be really interesting if you take a peek at this week's Fast Company, because the latest edition shows how Collins, a New York-based design company, is reimagining the American leadership in the air. Thing 3, from Air Force One to those of you interested in an alternative to Space Force, enter AmericaForce.co. One of the things I love about designers is their bias for action. And these designers have handily crafted logos to offer alternatives for our precious tax dollars. You can vote on your alternative to Space Force at www.americaforce.co. Thing 4. Performance Lab is my pick for this week's Enchanting Experience Shoutout of the Week. More than just a branding system, this crafts confidence in a pill. When we think about redesigning health, so often we forget what it means to actually deliver that health. And Robot Food, who partnered with Performance Lab, has designed an entire system that reshapes Performance Lab's customer perspective on confidence, delivering a solid yet pleasing design system that emphasizes how you actually use the brand as opposed to just how the brand is going to speak and actually look. So why is it this week's pick? If you take a look at it, it actually creates this easy-to-use system that if sitting in your medicine cabinet or on your bathroom counter, what you're able to do is at a glance be able to actually pick the pill and the mood, or even, as you can see in some of these, the health needs that you have for that day. And last but not least, Thing 5. Ikeas Glocal design is now reaching 30 markets. That includes Europe, the Americas, Africa, and Asia. Ikea has taken a real glocal approach to designing a world of products. And in that world of products, one of the things that most people don't know, if you haven't traveled to these countries, is all the small tweaks that help people into Ikea's view of the world. Let's see, if you have a view of the world and a belief system and you're able to design it at a local level, then you can see how when IKEA has expanded into Asia over the last 5 years, that crucial parts of its design strategy has been about preserving the company's instant recognizable brand and its famed shopping experience. But if you study the design of the products in and of itself, one of the things that I think is really important that it is completely re-examined and tailored core elements of its business, like flat packaging of most furniture, to give it an opportunity to rethink some of that for the Asian countries where consumers' minimum expectation is actually furniture that is assembled for them. You can actually read much more about this in Fast Company's Design Edition. And that's a wrap for 5 things for this week. Thanks so much for joining me, and I look forward to hearing from you and all about what inspires you. Just post it on Twitter and tag me.
Now I like dollars, I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining, I like million